So now this big, bad, tough guy, right, said, yo, civilians don't get no respect in the streets. We not about to honor no fair squabble with a non-civilian. That's not how that works in LA. So P. Nice was able to talk this good gentleman from off the edge of bringing 100 Crips to come and kill me. So shout out to P. Nice, man.
Wait, did y'all squabble or no? Right?
No.
Yeah. I gotta correct you on something though, bro. You can't be saying this big, bad, tough guy and shit, because that's being sarcastic.
Sorry.
You know
he's a well-respected street dude from LA. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo, Flacco, I have no idea. Let me tell you this. I always told people. So 2012, 2013, I started the War in Chirac. I'm covering Chicago so heavy. I always said, I remember walking in the mall 2016 for the last time, and I said, after this is right when I was about to get on Everyday Struggle, I said, I think everyone's going to know my face.
Absolutely.
Before, I was doing these anonymous videos, pretty much. It was always my voice. And I remember going around Jersey, and people would be like, yo, Ak, what are you doing? They still say it. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
And I said, what do you mean what I'm doing here? I went to college here. I was born in Jamaica. I moved to New Jersey. I've never left. I've went to college. I've lived here. I have a business headquarters here. They're like, we think you're from Chicago. And I will say for me, just honestly, if I was in Chicago, I probably would have never showed my face.
That's true.
Or I would have moved it and then showed my face.
Sure.
The reality is that a lot of what I was doing at that time was that I was trying to tell a truth that wasn't necessarily, like sometimes maybe street dudes would be like, oh, okay, I get that side of it. But I was trying to speak for the common man. I was trying to speak for the person who, we might be, like, we like it from a musical perspective sometimes, but we're also kind of disgusted by street culture in a sense, by like, some of the violence and the ramifications. We are hypocritical, but the whole culture is hypocritical, right? Like, we, of course, love when people...
Of course. That is true. I tell you that all the time.
Says...
I'm like, damn. This murder music is so bad, but damn, it jams so hard sometimes. But that ain't good. I understand that too. That ain't good. Because these kids are crashing out.
You almost slap you that he doesn't do it. We call him a bitch. He slaps somebody and somebody shoots somebody and we're like, yo, why did it happen? So we're always hypocritical. Yeah. So I remember when that happened, I was just like, I don't know if I could ever really have done what I did in Chicago. And some people might be like, well, is it because you're not brave? Well, I was like, no, I think it was just smartness. Or like, rest in peace to Zach TV, one of the greats.
Yeah.
What you doing in L.A.
Yeah, of course.
I've always looked at that, and this is where I look at these gentlemen, because I'm saying...
And you ask how?
Well, is that
what? Okay, so here's how I do it, though, right?
Okay.
Now, I'm very smart, meaning, right, I selected politics like a motherfucker, meaning this, right? All my ops are the soft niggas, right? All the niggas that's tough, like these niggas, bro, listen, for example, right? Bro, he pressed me like a motherfucker before we got on camera. I'm talking about hey, nigga, you want that real quick? I said, no, bro. Hey, nigga, no, we friends, right? So all the tough niggas are my friends. All the soft niggas, they're like, I'm on YouTube violating, bitch ass nigga this, pussy this, fuck nigga this. Those are niggas that I know are sweethearts, right? They are soft. These niggas
that doesn't matter though.
Won't hurt a fly. And then two though.
Wait, Flacco, hold on.
Okay.
I'll say that point.
Sure.
Dangerous way to say that.
The thing about, and this is why I've embraced every YouTuber after me.
Of course.
Whether it's a 1090
I expect some games from
King AK-47.
Yeah.
Anybody who represents whatever side, I embrace them.
Yeah.
Because I could never be that.
Sure.
Because here's the thing about the streets. The streets really isn't for the internet.
Facts.
Like, no matter how well you cover it, you're always offended aside. By the very nature of these guys popping their shit, there's somebody who's sitting back and saying, I'm not being represented.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that politics exists up at No Jumper. But the mere fact that Adam platforms certain people, their ops is sitting back and saying, and that's, again, I went, again, remember, I wasn't in the middle of the fire.
Yeah.
But that's why the War in Chirac started. I'm platforming all the BDs.
Facts.
And then the genies are saying, yo, they're talking about us.
Facts.
Well, you can't really kind of call these guys whatever without covering our story. And then over time, because I'm enjoying these guys' music, I'm kind of being a little bit biased, but eventually the streets puts you in almost like a vice grip that you can't escape. For me, I knew when it was time to stop. But also I knew when it was just like, this isn't content anymore.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
and that's why I say to you, where I'm like, you know, I know you're saying you're politicking like a motherfucker, but and again, I'm not hating on anybody who covers the streets. What the fuck is going on with this light?
I know it happens a lot. Yeah.
I'm not hating on anyone who covers the streets, but inherently, what I've realized that real street culture isn't for internet consumption because it doesn't make sense.
Facts.
The fans that consume it, they're hypocrites, right? Look, we're all balling at this Young Dolph situation. But if we really follow the beef and you street niggas, you might look at it differently and be like, yo, niggas did what they supposed to do. Think about the King Von situation.
Of course.
In reality, the King Von situation, Lil Tim did what, if anybody, and I remember a couple street niggas said that. They were like, well, he kind of did what pretty much other people should do.
Yes.
Like, if it was your gang versus another gang, your crew versus another crew. But when you turn it into hip-hop sense, we have favorites. And we create Supermen. So now, this guy's a Superman.
Yeah.
If anything happens to him, the other guys are wrong.
Yeah.
So, for me, and that's why I'm watching how you play this, because here's the thing. These three men right here,
Of course.
no matter how well you, politic it
Sure.
and litigate it,
Sure.
eventually it's going to come to a point where they're going to realize, or it's just going to be what it is, where your opinion is just not going to be really in tune with what street culture is.
The facts, of course.
I don't know if you guys fuck with Wack, but he does say something that's very important.
Yeah.
Street culture is irrational.
Facts.
And what you do and what I do is try to make rationality and logic out of something that isn't.
Facts.
And
I wouldn't say that. Now I feel like y'all going too far. I don't think y'all rationalize it. I just think y'all cover it. I don't know. I just think y'all report on the news. That's what your job is. I don't know about. I don't believe that.
by the very nature, me and you cannot understand some of the irrationality of it. So we're going to speak against it while it does make sense within that jungle. So for me, like, I understand why people might be like, you could, okay, somebody got killed. I get you talking about it, but you could never really be the voice that's really talking about the shit. And that's where I back up out of it. I think you have a knack for it right now, but eventually they're going to look at you and be like, because the bigger my platform grew, it was almost the more powerful my voice was.
Yeah.
Like when people told me, the nicknames you were giving people were putting targets on their head.
Facts.
I wanted to, and I still be like, no, I don't want to admit that, but it was just like, if you're the number one guy and you say this guy is the Grim Reaper and he's the biggest killer, you don't think that somebody might say, he's the biggest killer? Nigga, I'm gonna kill 5 people. I'm about to knock him off next.
Facts.
What's up?
Facts.
So I understand that, and I think that's where you are. We only learn from experience, though. So like, I'm watching you learn. I think these men are supposed to kind of help guide you because I didn't have y'all.
Of course.
For me, I had rappers threatening me constantly.
Yeah.
Granted, I had space between us, so I could be like, all right, you're going to have to come to Jersey, come get me. But they're supposed to guide you to make sure you don't do or go too crazy.
Of course.
I think that's where we're at.
You see, right? Listen, it's because I'm tapped in with like people like Viral and P Nice Joe that I do at times like draw back, right? Like here, right here, for example, right? Like just talking to them, I realize that even if I know I'm right, bro, some things don't need to be said, right? Especially for example, like with this Young Dolph situation, right? Man, listen, bro. Like when I seen all like the fake outrage, bro, I was gonna hop on stream and do a whole segment on, nigga, listen, if you tell the full story, homie, like the full story of how J Money passed away, Dolph was J Money's like real mentor.
Yeah. We followed that on Stay Woke TV. It's crazy how we all found that shit a long time ago.
They dropping D Money and them was fucking with Dolph, right? And D Money died too, and Dolph signed and D Money's killer, and she dropping them said, hold up now, nigga, bro, you are a mentor and you sign like in our brother's killer, nigga. Right? So like when you tell the full story, it's like, nigga, hey, if a nigga gonna break it down and be for real, Streetwise, Dolph was in the wrong 100%.
Again, the streets are irrational.
Of course.
I'll continue to use examples and I want to preface.
That means you kill him?
Because this might be triggered.
What do you say again? Back up.
I use a Nipsey situation.
Dolph was J Money's like real mentor. Straight Drop and D Money and them was fucking with Dolph, right? And D Money died too, and Dolph signed and D Money's killer. And Straight Drop and them said, "Hold up now, nigga, bro, you are a mentor and you sign like in our brother's killer, nigga." Right? So like when you tell the full story, it's like, nigga, hey, if a nigga gonna break it down and be for real, streetwise, Dolph was in the wrong 100%.
Again, the streets are irrational.
Of course.
I'll continue to use examples and I want to preface this before I say it because this might be triggered. I use a Nipsey situation.
Yeah.
Again, trigger warning.
Yeah.
The reason why is that I've seen people hype up like, yo, he stood on business that day when he slapped that guy at that award show. Mm-hmm. But it is that same bravado, that same, I'm going to be upfront and confront things and maybe not look the other way that maybe have resulted in...
He was 100% wrong, so you killed... Like, damn. That's kind of extreme. He signed the killer, so we're going to kill him. Like, what? It sounds like maybe y'all need to get back for y'all brother who got killed, man. Well, why the hell did Dolph... That's not a good excuse. I didn't like that. I don't believe that, bro.
His demise, right? Mm-hmm. That's not a story.
He just did that. That's business. Y'all got beef with him. Handle it with him. What the hell does that have to do with me? You gonna kill me because he killed y'all. We're like, what? Now y'all doing too much, fam. You signed the killer. Like, go get him then. What are y'all... That shit crazy. But then again... Like he said, the streets are irrational.
That the masses
all
really
true.
Hear.
Streets are irrational. Most of the time, shit don't make sense. Niggas be backstabbing each other for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Right. So if someone articulating that or breaking it down, does that, you almost look like you look not only squarish, you just look whatever, and also the streets kind of turn its back on you. Then I go to your situation, the Brick Baby thing, right? I think Brick Baby is in a very interesting position because I think again, I could be wrong. Y'all could jump in if I'm wrong. I don't think I think he's a street guy that's now learning podcast etiquette, and in podcast etiquette, street rules are the antithesis to it. So you can't. The unspoken things that you would never say on camera, you kind of have to lead into. You have to, if you want to last long in this career. And